hi. Can everybody hear me? Good? Thumbs up? Awesome. What a beautiful night. Beautiful night to raise vibration. You know, I don't actually remember what I wrote about the description for this class. The class that has no name, that the name changes every time class. I think last week it was Crazy Hour, right? This week it's something to do about vibration, but it's all the same thing. When you see a weird title that you don't understand, that I'm teaching the class, and you know what it is anyway. It's the same stuff. All right, we got a couple more. Sarah's popping in and Sharon. Great. Not sure if Karsten and the Fettons will be here tonight, but okay. So here we go. So yeah, so in thinking about, I was talking to a shaman, psychotherapist, healer, energy worker, friend of mine this week, and I was asking her about, you know, the heaviness that I feel that's going on right now, and it's, you know, I haven't paid too much attention to the news, but it's kind of hard to stay away from what's happening in the news right now. And it just feels almost overwhelming. And so I was asking her, you know, why, and then that heaviness makes its way into my life where, you know, relatively, things that should be relatively simple prove to be a challenge, you know, like getting out the door to go someplace, or getting there on time, or, you know, trying to fix something, you know, something breaks or whatever it is, and it just seems there can be a feeling at times that there's like, why is it this hard, you know? And she told me something which I already knew. She said, you know, there is a very heavy, dark, malevolent even kind of energy that is around right now, and we're all having to deal with that in our own way. It comes up in our lives in different ways, and so then the question becomes, what can I do, you know, to change my relationship to it so that I don't suffer from it? And the really only solution is that to raise our own vibration by doing exercises and practices that help to move energy in our body. That's one. And then to appreciate the beauty that's all around us. So the higher vibration that we are, then that's the best thing that we can do. I feel like that's the best thing that I can do to make a political statement. You know, that's my silent protest, is to raise my vibration. And if I can raise my vibration, then my relationship to everything that happens around me will slowly begin to change. But it's a really hard thing when it feels like there's demons kind of tearing away at staying centered and grounded and in a state of vibration. There's always something trying to tear you out of that. So I don't know if I was telling you guys last week about, I had done a meat experiment for 2.5 years where I didn't have any meat, and I recently, in the last week or so, I started experimenting with meat again, and to see what would happen. And today I was pulling meat out of the oven that I cooked. I tried to eat the meat at lunchtime, a very small amount of meat, like 4 ounces of meat. I was pulling the meat out of the oven, and the Pyrex dish that I was cooking the meat in exploded. Like, it didn't just, I had one thumb on it and I was holding it with the mitt, and I went to set it down on top of the stove, and the thing just exploded. The pieces went 10 feet in every direction. I got a cut on my hand from the shards of the glass, and it's everywhere. It just totally freaked me out and ruined a really nice piece of meat that I was going to eat. So I didn't get to eat the meat at lunchtime today. So that was kind of interesting. So raising the vibration. So the question is, what is the best way to raise vibration? And so tapping is a really good way to raise vibration, and then still postures to where we feel our resistance, so that we can get the energy to move and circulate the energy through our body. One of the practices that I will do sometimes in the morning, I didn't learn this from anybody, but it just kind of occurred to me to do this. You know, sometimes, especially these days when half of us, you know, we roll out of bed in our pajamas and we stay there till noontime sometimes. I usually have to be at the studio, but on days when I can stay in my pajamas till 11 or 12 o'clock, I will. And sometimes on those days, all I have time to do is put some water on my face, or, you know, wet my hair down. And as I bring the cold water onto my face, I'll do that 7 times. And each time I do that, I'm connecting to one of my chakras. I'll start with my first chakra and splash water on my face, then my second chakra, and then third, and all the way up to 7th chakra. Just as a way of, even for that 45 seconds that it takes me to do that, of dropping in and making the connection inside. If I can keep the connection to the inside, that my inner energy, which is my true center, strong, then the things outside don't have as much power. They're still there, but they don't have as much power. So tonight I'd like to do that, but I want to spend a couple minutes just kind of loosening up a little bit, and then we'll get up and do some tapping, and we'll hold some postures for a short period of time, okay? So we're going to make our way onto the back. We may never get off our backs, but I'm endeavoring to. And hug your knees into your chest and begin to move from side to side. And create a new way to move from side to side. I'm circling my knees. You may find some other way to move that you usually don't move from side to side. And find the outside edges of your feet for a happy baby. Let your back flatten out onto the floor and lengthen. And check in with your top of your lumbar spine, the bottom of your thoracic spine, which is your mid-spine. Wherever you feel it, go there. If you did a lot of work in the yard today, or were sitting all day, you may feel your spine in places. The mid-spine, thoracic spine, is the hardest one to open. And that's where we have the most energetic blockage. Extend your left leg straight out onto the floor. Reach the left arm overhead. And wait for the front of your left hip flexor to open. I know everybody wants to get the back of the left knee on the floor, but simply wait. Focus on your exhalation. Ride the full length of your exhale. And take it to the other side. Draw your knees back together again. Circle them or rock again from side to side. Straighten your legs flat out onto the floor. Rest in corpse pose. Find your ocean sounding Ujjayi breath by constricting the back of your throat, your glottis. Extend your legs straight overhead. You can hook your fingers onto your big toes or grab your toes in some fashion. If you can't reach the tops of your feet, you can put your hands behind your upper calf or your bottom of your calf, ankles, or toes. Continue to take the full measure of your ocean breath. The constriction in the back of the throat, the raspiness of the ocean sounding breath, and the focus on the second chakra begin to change the vibration. Just logging into the class changes the vibration. Setting the intention to come to the class, to feel whatever it is that we all intend to feel tonight, begins to change the vibration. And doing it together, there's more vibration than the number of people that are individually on the session. Expand your belly and ribs. Exhale fully. Let the back of your legs open. Let the energy run. Let the chi run. Good. Then you can use your fingertips to draw your legs over your head into plow. You can also put your hands underneath your hips or rock yourself up onto your back with your hands underneath your hips. Go slow. Enjoy each bit of tension that you find on the thoracic spine as you move. Experiment with lifting the back of your head
off the floor just briefly enough to lengthen your upper thoracic and cervical spine in the back of your neck. One breath at a time, lay each vertebrae back down onto the floor. Depending on where you made it, you may be all the way up to your upper shoulder blades or someplace a little further down on the thoracic spine, but slowly rock yourself back to where your legs are straight overhead and hang out there for a few more breaths. So it's like we're laying the conduit to wire a house when we lengthen these major meridian lines in the body. So when we tap, the energy can move more fully and we can experience more and more vibration. Connection. Vibration is simply connection to prana, connection to chi. And finally, drop into sleeping tiger, hands on your belly, below the belly, thumbs on your belly button. Knees bend with the thighs perpendicular. Knees are about a fist width apart. Close your eyes. Look down and keep your eyes relaxed as they're closed. There's great power in the stillness of sleeping tiger. So find your sleeping tiger position and stay there. Don't move. The mind moves the energy. The energy moves the blood moves the matter. It all starts with the mind. Stay in and with the stillness. Feel it. Enjoy it. Keep your belly soft. Keep the ocean breath going. The energy in the second chakra spirals like an elephant's trunk picking up a peanut and putting it into its mouth. There's an energy point opposite your navel along your spine where you would draw energy in if you wanted to as you breathed in and curl the energy in a spiral like the elephant's trunk. Into your second chakra. Make whatever feeling you have in your second chakra your brain. Experience everything from this place, the place of your second chakra, an awareness of your second chakra. Hear from it. See through it. taste with it. Smell from it. Feel the air that you're in through your sense of touch with it. Keep feeling the peace of it, the joy of it, the connection of it. Whatever experience you have, make it an offering to your vibration. Another minute or two here. Check to see if there's a sense of warmth that's beginning to build below your navel. Second chakra is located about 2 fingers below your belly button and a couple fingers in. Imagine having a grapefruit that your spine goes through, and in this area, that's the second energy center, second chakra. If you shake, embrace the shake. If there's resistance, embrace the resistance, feel it. Last minute. Beautiful. And slowly, soles of your feet come together. Let the knees drop out wide. Eyes still closed. Straighten your legs. 3 ways to heal working with energy through light and sound and vibration. So the kind of sensation that we all feel right now after releasing from that posture is light energy doing its thing. Feel the soles of your feet. Imagine 1,000,000 microscopic sized drummers drumming on the soles of your feet. Beating the drums to pull your energy down. While we're here, let's sneak in a fish pose. Walk your hands underneath your glutes. Walk your inside of your elbows so your ribs are squishing your inner arms. And straighten your legs out onto the floor. Draw your legs together so they function as one leg. So keep them tightly together. Find an in-breath that works for you to press your shoulder blades away from the floor as if you're hooking the center of your chest onto a hook that's going to lift the center of your chest up toward the ceiling. And then walk the elbows a little closer together to support the weight of your upper body. So your chest is open, shoulder blades come together. And if you wish, you can drop the crown of your head back towards the floor. Let's take about 9 breaths, 9 conscious breaths here. Legs stay together. Expand and open with each breath in. And as you breathe your 9th breath, slide the back of your head straight onto the floor, lower yourself down slowly. Walk the hands out from underneath your body and gently turn your head side to side. And then take your right hand and tap your heart chakra right in the center of your chest with your tip of your fingertips. Good, and release the tapping and rest in corpse pose for a minute. And check and see if there isn't a little sense of buzzing or even vibration in the center of your heart chakra. If you don't feel it, you can tap a little more. Or if you felt it and it went away quickly, you can tap again to reconnect. Let your breathing be peaceful and soft. Place your fingertips lightly on your heart chakra. And with your eyes closed, feel the compassion that you have for yourself, the gratitude for your physical form, your physical body carrying you all this way, all these years. Feel the warmth of your hands, the warmth of your fingertips on the center of your chest. Feel your compassion for all living things. If there's a living thing somewhere around you that you can hear or that you know is there, send this feeling into the room and let it expand. And embrace that other living thing with this feeling. It might be a bird, it might be a dog or a cat or a person, whatever, doesn't matter. And if there's nothing close by, just think of someone that you have gratitude for. Place your right hand on your heart chakra, your left hand on your second chakra. And as you breathe in, lift your lower hand, your left hand. At the top of your breath, feel your right hand rise slightly. As you exhale out your upper hand, your right hand moves, collapses. At the bottom of your exhale, your left hand collapses. Good. And release and sweep your chest. Sweep your shoulders and down your arms. Sweep from your inner wrists all the way down the inside of your arm, underneath your armpit and down the side of your body. Do that a couple of times, 2 or 3 times on both sides. Hualgong, giving love. Rub your palms together. Gently generate some heat. And place your palms over your eyes. flat on the floor. And prepare to roll to your left side. And come up to a comfortable seat. So this idea of vibration, like it can be like a really wild and crazy and hyper and animated thing, or it can be like this. It's both. And even if we're wild and crazy, eventually when we slow down, it's this space that we enter into. So it worked tonight without having to get wild and crazy, I think. And so we'll go from here. So find a comfortable seat where you can sit with a relatively straight spine, where your knees are comfortable and your hips don't hurt. We've brought a lot of energy down to the lower part of the body already. So it should find that it's probably maybe a little easier than it might normally be for you to sit here comfortably. Good. And then just simply begin to like wiggle your hips. This is going to be like McNamara's band, so we're going to do some juggling. You can do it, Fran. Smile. Everybody you have to smile. If you don't smile, I'm going to make you talk. Sharon and Lisa must be smiling, because they're black screen. So feel your second chakra. Feel your first chakra on your tailbone, depending on how or what you're sitting on. Alright, so this is the first ball. We got one ball up and running. We're juggling one ball. Okay. You ready for the next one? You're going to begin to tap your second chakra. This is where it gets a little weird. Find your own rhythm. Everybody's got their own rhythm. So the hips are moving and tapping the second chakra. Be precise with your tapping. Right below your navel. Hit the same spot with each hand each time. Might help to close your eyes. And if it just won't work to shake the hips and tap the second chakra, then just tap the second chakra. But it's okay. Good, let's move up to the third chakra, halfway between your belly button and your sternum, just below your ribs. So you know where to tap at home based on where you feel the heaviness in your body. Wherever you feel the heaviness in the body or the heaviest in the body, best to tap there first. And then follow. And if it's sensitive when you tap, if it's uncomfortable, it's okay. Lower your shoulders so they drop down away from your ears. Good. And come up to your heart chakra. Center of your chest. And then tap the left side of your chest. I'm doing the opposite. Tap down the underside of your arm. Stop right below the heel of your hand. Hang out there for a minute. The bottom of your wrist, you'll notice that feels good. Feel it. Clap your hands. Turn your hand over and work your way up the top of your arm to your shoulder. You can drop your left hand back down onto your knee, tap your shoulder across your chest. Tap on the right side. Right arm up, underside of your right arm. Turn your hand over. Keep your right arm straight as you work the way back up. Good, back to your heart chakra. Third chakra. Second chakra. And begin to move your hips again. Because you stopped moving your hips, I know you did. I didn't even have to watch it, I knew you stopped moving your hips. And if you can tap your second chakra, move your hips without sticking your tongue out of your mouth or clenching your teeth without sticking your tongue out of your mouth or at me. But you can if you want. Good. And then gently close your eyes and begin to shake your head a little bit from side to side. Keep your chin and your nose level to the horizon. Keep letting your shoulders drop. So we're tapping the second chakra, moving the hips, and shaking the head gently. So we're juggling. Three minutes. We'll do this for 3 minutes. Just start over if you need to. You can start with ball one and then add the second chakra and then add the head. Nothing to stress out about. Don't worry about if you're doing it right. Just feel, move and feel. If you're connected to it, you get all three balls up and running, keep straightening your spine, lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Exhale out through your mouth. If you have fatigue in your shoulders, feel it, move it, work with it, embrace it, taste it. It's okay. It's a stuck energy. One more minute. Keep concentrating on your second chakra. Moving gently, purposefully, as if you're like a dog and you're trying to shake water off your whole body, but in ultra slow motion, super slow-mo. Good, bring your hands to your knees, keep moving your hips. And let everything come to stop. Eyes stay closed. Feel. Find a way that feels appropriate for you to have your hands on your knees. Drop into the vibration. However, it's most comfortable to have your hands to drop into the vibration. Relax the shoulders.
Feel it. It feels like a very low voltage electrical current going through the body. I feel it most strongly in my left, inside of my left wrist right now. And in the palms of my hands. And I feel a little bit of buzzing in my upper body. Doesn't mean anything per se, it just means energy's moving. Good. Squeeze your butt cheeks together, sit up a little taller, lift the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. And relax. Squeeze it all in together again, lift your pelvis, lengthen your spine, lift the crown of the head up. And relax back into your seat again. One more time. Fire your glutes, squeeze your butt cheeks together, lift your pelvis, lift the crown of your head, and then relax and soften back into your seat. Ocean breath, constrict the back of your throat. Feel the ocean breath, Ujjayi breath it's called, on your inhale and your exhale. Open your eyes, take a breath in. And exhale, twist to your left. Right hand goes to the outside of your left knee. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Gentle twist, not trying to kill it. Gentle twist. Turn and look towards the camera. Look towards the camera. Lift your head up, keep your spine straight. Get your head on the top of the flagpole, on the top of your spine. So your spine is straight in all directions, that's it. Inhale through center, keep your eyes straight ahead towards the camera and twist to the right. Good, inhale back to the center. Bend your knees. Straighten your right leg out onto the floor, draw your left heel up towards your body, wrap your arms around the front of your left knee, sage pose. You can slide your tailbone off of your seat if you're on a cushion. Use it as a little backstop behind your sacrum. Slide your ribs, wiggle your ribs up your left thigh. Drop your shoulders. Good. Bend your opposite knee up and hug it. Straighten both legs out onto the floor. You can sit in staff pose. You can come to cobbler where the soles of your feet are together, or you can come back to a meditative seat, happy, easy pose, and close your eyes. We'll do a very short 2-minute meditation. Meditation on the vibration of the exhale. Without straining, make the exhale longer than the inhale.
Start your exhale at the base of your skull on your spine and exhale down each vertebrae. All the way into the earth. You'll notice just concentrating on breathing that way encourages you to straighten your spine. The prana responds instantaneously to the consciousness of the breath. Three more breaths. Exhale down each vertebrae of your spine. Let the breath end in your second chakra with your last breath. Right hand over left, thumbs on your belly button. Eyes stay closed. Bow to the wisdom of your second chakra. Just a bow from the creases in your hips, a slight bow forward. Feel your second chakra and then return. Take a full breath in and breathe out. Take another breath in and out. One more full breath in and round forward. And come back. I'm going to pop over to the screen so I can say hi to you guys.